Okay. Hey everybody, Noor here with Inspire. Just want to go ahead and do this absorbency test with the regular brand and the Cherish brand. So if you can see here, this is a sanitary napkin, but it is already open. Therefore, it's not sanitary because stuff can get inside of it. And we as women, we just push stuff put it in our purse and our bag, and we just brush it off when we open it up. But anyway, this is our Cherish product, which is what we're going to be introducing to the world's most comfortable premium sanitary napkin. It's completely sealed. It's not going to open until I open it. Well, I have already had these two set aside. So as you can see, this is the leading brand on the left and the Cherish on the right. This is what we are going to be comparing. Now, a woman during her peak hours usually exudes about 15 to 50 milliliters of feminine flow. That's what we're going to call it. So I'm going to just use this water as an assimilation of our feminine flow. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and pour it on the other brand. Just get it saturated and nice and wet. Okay, that's 50. And I'm going to go ahead and also do 50 for the Cherish brand. Okay, so this is also 50. Even if it's a little more, that's okay, because our product holds a lot longer and a lot more. It holds actually up to 300 times its weight in liquid. Alright, so now what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take this napkin and I'm just going to test the absorbency system, which this pad is said to be advertised for an 8-hour pad. Therefore, this should hold us for 8 hours, right? I don't know any woman who has actually worn her pad for 8 hours straight. We're going to see if it passes the test. Okay. I'm barely touching it and it's already soaking wet. So as you can see here, this is nasty. I know it's just water, but just looking at it, if you know exactly what it's supposed to represent, this is why we're wet. This is why we're uncomfortable. This is why we have rashes and irritation, because everything is still sitting there on top of the pad, which is why a lot of women wear tampons, because we don't want that icky, sticky, wet feeling. But tampons are even worse. So now I'm going to do the same thing with the Cherish product. And I'm just going to sit it on top. Completely dry napkin. Okay, as you can see, understand what this thing is doing. All right, completely dry. So this is what we want. We want to be dry and we want to be comfortable during our menstrual cycle. So now you want to know why this pad did not hold like it was supposed to. Well, it's because of the ingredients that are inside of the actual pad itself. And we found out through the Now We Know campaign what's really going on with our health is because what's found in these pads. So the Now We Know campaign, we're informing other women and men about the dangerous chemicals found in our pads and tampons that has been causing these health issues in women, but we are offering a solution with our Cherish product. We want our women safe, we want our women dry, and we want our women comfortable. And that's what you get when you get the Cherish product. So, as you can see, this product is actually a synthetic plastic, and this is what's irritating up against our most precious area. But also take a look at this blue dye. Okay, this dye is not supposed to have any contact with our body, because when it does, it goes back into our bloodstream when we sit down. When we're standing and when we're laying, that's when our feminine flow takes place. But anything that is sitting on top of the pad, once we sit down, it's a reverse percolation and goes right back up inside. That's what's causing a lot of the issues that we have. Now, their absorbency system, which is what looks like, it looks like cotton to us, but this is not cotton. This is recycled trash, wood chips, and wood fiber, which has been bleached. So it goes through an 8 to 10 hour bleaching system to appear white. When we think white, we always assume that it's pure and clean, but this is not. And it's also giving off another chemical, which is chlorine, which gives off a chemical called dioxin. And dioxin is 100 times worse than cyanide and 900 times worse than arsenic. This should not be going into our body, but therefore this is what we have. At least 17,000 pads that we wear in a lifetime, and probably over 16,000 tampons. Tampons are worse because they put stuff in them to make you bleed more. Now, this is their absorbency system. What I'm going to do is I have a cup here with the least amount of water, and I have another one with more water. I'm just going to place it in the cup with the least amount of water. This is their absorbency system. It said it's to hold for 8 hours. So I'm going to let it sit there and let it do what it's supposed to do. Now, the bottom layer of their pad, I took the wings off, but looks like it's trying to stick to this thing. It shows already how sticky it is. This is nothing but plastic trash bag. This is the same stuff we have in our kitchen and our bathroom, and they're going to use this for the bottom layer of our pad. Well, when you have 98.5 degrees Fahrenheit of feminine flow, and you got urine and you got all kind of other stuff on top of that, along with plastic and blue dye, that's just baking in bacteria. And so when you have bacteria, you also have odor. So that's where that odor comes from that we have during our menstrual cycle that we hate to smell. We don't like to smell ourselves, so we know other people probably smelling us too. Well, the good thing is that we have a remedy for that. And that's why now we have, with our Cherish brand, trying to get it off, the top layer is actually so soft. This is what we want up against our most sensitive area. Total comfort all the way from the first layer all the way to the last layer. And this is a cotton breathable strip. You can see that with the holes inside. You can also see the fibers. So this is not synthetic. This doesn't stretch like that other stuff. Completely safe. The second layer is our miracle strip. This is an algae strip infused with negative ions. Negative ions are vitamins in the air. They come from air, water, and sunlight. And what it does, it helps to reduce pain. So it relaxes the uterus. It reduces bacteria, so there's no more odor. And then also it reduces our flow. So if you're like someone who's 5 to 7 days during your menstrual cycle, it may get you down to 3 or 4 days. And it also balances your pH and your hormone levels. It takes away inflammation. I mean, there's so many benefits with the negative ions. You can go ahead and look it up. But the best part about it is how it's keeping us cool, because we're always hot down there. And so we're able to have a better day and a better attitude, because there's no more crankiness with those negative ion strips. And I recommend all women, because even if you don't have a cycle anymore, to wear the panty liners daily, because like I said, it balances your pH and your hormone levels. And we've been getting toxins in our body for so long. So while the negative ion strip removes toxins, it will detox your body. And it also gets you prepared for your menstrual cycle for those who still have one, because it gets you, it takes away the pain of the cramps. So no more cramps, no more PMS. I don't even have any more symptoms when my cycle is due, because I wear the panty liners daily. So my breasts don't even get tender like they used to when I know that it's time for the time of the month. Well, this is part of our design of our pad. It's simply inside of this air-laid paper. And since we have eight layers, one of them on top is the first air-laid paper, helps with the absorbency, and then the second part is the other one to help with reverse percolation. So what I'm going to do is, this is simply like a polymer gel that same thing they put in baby diapers. And I'm just going to put it inside the cup with the most amount of water. Okay, and I'm going to let that sit there. Now, here's the air-laid paper. Now the bottom part of our pad is it's actually breathable. You see those strips? So it's like a race car track. So that goes to show that if you were to pour steam on the outside, you would see the steam come through. But if you put water on the top, it would get trapped inside. So this is breathable, and we're not sitting in plastic because plastic does not tear like this. Okay, now the bottom part of our adhesive is actually a food-based grade adhesive. The one on the leading brand is the same stuff they put in duct tape. It's like construction grade glue. The reason why the other pad package was open is because if they had sealed it completely shut, then the pad would explode, or it would bubble, it would blow up and get fat. That's why they had to leave it open. So that's completely unsanitary and not safe for the environment. Now, the last thing before I let this video go, here is the absorbency system of the leading brand, and it said it was 8 hours, and it hasn't even been 8 minutes, but I don't think that's holding anything. It looks like there's still water in there to me. So they have actually been giving us false advertisement all these years. Now here's ours, which is our polymer. As you can see, nothing, no water, completely dry. Now what we have done, we have turned a liquid into a solid. And this is what we want during our cycle. We want to be comfortable and we want to be dry. And so by it holding 300 times its weight in liquid, and you're able to wear them a lot longer, you don't have to change as often as you would with this. So I'm going to help the competitors out by pouring the rest of this into this cup, and as you can see, all it's going to do is continue to absorb. And if you can see the discoloration, this is already starting to turn colors. So that's the dioxin coming out in the cup. Now, don't forget to do your own research by going to the WebMD, look up the harmful effects of today's sanitary napkins, or look up what are today's sanitary napkins and tampons made out of, and it will tell you. It'll also tell you the issues that women are having from the ingredients inside the pads and tampons. You can look up harmful effects of dioxin as well, because there's several. It's also carcinogenic, so if you know what that means. All right, now you can find my information at www.joinlivewithnoor.info. If you want to try the product, you can just go to where it says try product. And if you want to be a distributor and help to bring the awareness to this dying world, then you can go where it says get started. And it's only $35 a year to become a distributor. And there are 6 ways to get paid. I'm not going to go over those ways. You can find them on my website and also under the InspireNetwork.com, and just look under the Opportunity tab, and it will show you our lucrative compensation plan. Okay, well, I want to thank you for taking out time to watch this video. Don't forget to share the information about the Now We Know campaign, which also you can go to www.nowweknow.net and look up the information on the campaign itself, and also read some of the testimonials that people have put about the Cherish product. Now, it'll also be at the bottom of this video. All that information will be in the description box. We also have a Right to Fight campaign along with our Now We Know campaign. And the Right to Fight campaign is for the men because we are fighting against prostate cancer. So make sure that if you're over 35 that you are taking care of your prostate and you're getting that checked on a regular basis. So we also have other product besides our Cherish product. We have nutraceuticals. We have, for the prostate, we have Max Pro Life. And for the testosterone, low testosterone, we have Empower Plus. And then if you have issues for erectile dysfunction, we have Taboo for men. Now we know women also have sexual issues, so we have something for us, which is called Sweetest for her. And then we know everybody at certain age has a problem with their memory. So we do have what's called Total Recall. It's a memory booster for ages 18 through 80. And also it rebuilds your brain cells and it gives you mental clarification and concentration. So I recommend you try all of our products because they're so wonderful and they're saving people's lives. Now, there's a 60-day supply because it does take at least 60 days for it to work once it gets into your system. It's not something that you would just start taking and then don't take anymore. It's something you need to do daily. Make it a daily regimen and get used to taking them. All right. Well, once again, thank you for watching. This is Noor Jihan with Inspire Network, and I am going to go now. Thank you, and be inspired.